Hello everyone, welcome to Wolfson. As you might already know, Wolfson is a graduate-only college which is located in the north of Oxford, in the end of Lincoln Road near Summertop. It was founded by Sir Israel Berlin in 1965. Though we're not close to city center, but we do have our minibus running throughout the term in the working hours. So please pay attention to your email for more details about the updates of minibus services. So I'm now at the entrance of college, which leads directly to the lodge. Today we're going to have this video tour to show you different parts of the college as Freshers Week committee members. My name is Becca. I'm the chair of general meeting, which is equivalent to student president.
Wolfson is very much unlike other Oxford colleges because it was built on egalitarian principles, which means that any of you can get involved in Wolfson life. For example, I am the chair of the SEC, the Social and Cultural Committee, which is in charge of events and, for example, Freshers Week, but I am also working as an assistant librarian for the college, and I'm secretary of BARCO.
Hi, I'm Eve, Vice Chair of SCC Community. I'm happy to meet you all. I think Bogdan already introduced the function of SCC, and Bogdan and I also responsible for organize the Fresh Week. If you have any problem, please don't hesitate to contact us.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I am the chair of our student-run bar committee, BARCO, along with Bogdan and Lucho. We're three of the four people who are mainly responsible for running the bar on a day-to-day basis.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucho. I am former chair of general meeting, former chair of BARCO. I am currently the treasurer of BARCO and a member of the SCC committee. Welcome everyone to Wolfson, and I hope you enjoy our little tour.
As I'm sure many of you will already be aware, this is going to be a very different year at Oxford and at Wolfson. There are some regulations which you'll be required to follow. These will change according to how the situation evolves and government guidance, so please keep checking your emails for any updates. The rules that you're required to follow are, first of all, maintain 2 meter social distancing from anyone who is not in your household. Secondly, please wash and sanitize your hands regularly. Thirdly, and most importantly, you must wear a mask whenever you are indoors unless you're within your household or exempt from doing so. And you should wear a mask when you're outdoors but unable to maintain 2 meter social distancing. So, please come inside with me. So we are now in the entrance to the college. It's called the Lodge, or the Porter's Lodge. The Porters are lovely people here like Steve, who are incredibly friendly, very knowledgeable, they know absolutely everything, and are your first port of call if you have any emergencies. The Lodge is manned 24/7 in case of emergencies, but officially the Lodge's services close at 11, and at midnight they lock the doors out here and you will need your bod card in order to get in. The Lodge is also where you can pick up a spare key for your room if you've locked yourself out. We've all been there. Or pick up a key for a room that you've booked. You can also get items like toilet paper, sanitary products, also provided by our lovely welfare team, and you can get a bike pump for your bike. Very important, bikes are the best way to get around Oxford.
So here we are at the parcel room where you can collect your letters and parcels. Now it's strictly one person at a time, and there's going to be a glass door installed here, so you have to access this place using your board card. For signed for parcels, you have to collect it from the porter, and for large parcels, there's going to be collected from the parcel room. So you can find your parcel slip, which indicates where your parcel is.
This magnificent place is called Leonard Wolfson Auditorium, where the concert and big events happen. And some concerts are offered students free of charge. And you can book the place and play the grand piano here if you got a lessons. And also, drink and food are not allowed in this place.
Welcome everyone, this is the Wolfson Cafe. This is a place where you can get your morning coffee among other snacks and other drinks. It is currently not in use because of the circumstances, but it will probably open soon depending on how circumstances evolve. This is also a place where you can study and you can work, and it is a really nice place to be in.
Right, so we are right next to the cafe now, where you find a second entrance into the college. In order to get in, you will need your bod card at all times. Also, you find one of the lifts that will take you up 2 floors, and we'll get there in a minute. Now, it should be pointed out that Wolfson has a bit of a confusing layout, and you will have all the time in the world to explore it. We are only showing you one route, so for example, you will be able to reach one of the points that we'll show you later if you would follow this corridor right here. But at the moment, we are just going up 1 flight of stairs. We are now at the main entrance to the library. Every college has its own library, which is reserved for its own students. Here you have a specialized collection, but you'll hear more about that from Fiona, our librarian, during this special library tour. What you need to know is that it's open almost 24/7. We have reduced opening hours now because it needs to be cleaned. We also have a one-way system, and likewise you are not allowed to browse or touch the books. That is where I come in and I deliver them for you. But again, you'll find out more about that later. Just opposite from the entrance to the library, we have the breakout space. Unlike the library here, you can have food or drink, and it is also not a quiet space, so you can have Skype or Teams meetings. Behind in the background, you can see one of 2 college printers, which any member can use. Also, over there, there's a bookable media room, which you can book in advance for a meeting.
Just upstairs from the entrance to the library, we have a corridor here which has the IT office and the academic offices, including the senior tutor's office. At the moment this corridor is closed, you'll mostly contact these people by email, but when they reopen, this is useful too. So if we come back downstairs and along the corridor that Bogdan pointed out, we come to what is the Old Lodge. And here you can get into Berlin Quad, which has the Home Versus office and the Accounts office. Sometimes in the corridor that we just came through, there are exhibitions put up by the college.
Behind me is the Berlin Quad, one of the 4 quads in college, tied everything together. And here we can see the library building, and here is a door to the hall. And here we have the main accommodation buildings.
So now we're by the end of the Berlin Quad corridor, where you can see the crossroads. It can lead to different parts of the college. If you follow the right-hand side of me, you can go to the harbor court. If you follow the left-hand side down to the staircase, you can go to the music room, the bar, and the TV room. And now please follow me to the marble staircase, where you can access holiday room, hall, and upper common room and lower common room.
We're now at the marble hall, which leads us to the entrance to the dining hall, and up the stairs you'll find the other entrance to the library, which is currently only used as an exit. And also, this will take you to the upper common room and the lower common room. So we are now inside the dining hall, and this is where college serves lunch and dinner from Monday to Friday, and brunch on Saturday mornings. This is a very nice space where we can all get together, and this is also where formal hall and guest nights are held. Now, because of the current situations, we will not be having those, but if things get to normal, you will be able to have very nice dining in here. At the moment, there is a one-way system in place here at the hall. Furthermore, it is important to keep wearing your face masks whenever you are in transit, but whenever you're sitting, you can take them off and eat normally.
The members of colleges in Oxford are divided between the junior, middle, and senior common room. However, Wolfson, being a different and egalitarian college, has only one unified common room. Every common room also has a social space, where in Wolfson's social space now, it's called the upper common room. It has that name only because it's on the 2nd level of the building, hence upper. I know, very clever. Here you can come read a book, socialize, socially distanced, and wearing a mask, and also have free tea and coffee at the machines over there, or just enjoy the view from the balcony. Under normal circumstances, once a week in the evening, the welfare team would bring here cake for us to enjoy. And also on Sundays, AMREF would have a cake sale. But we are not certain whether or not that will happen this term.
If you go downstairs from the upper common room, you will arrive in the lower common room, where this is a quiet study place, and loud conversation is not allowed. Here you can read a magazine from the table, and feel free to grab the coffee and the tea from the upper common room.
So here we are in the music room. It's one of the 2 music rooms in the college. You can always book the room via the Wolf Hub website and also collect the key from the porter. Be aware that the music room is going to close at 11 p.m. and always remember to clean the instruments before and after use.
So this is the Wolfson College Cell Bar behind me. Take it in, it's beautiful. Unlike a lot of college bars, ours is entirely run by student volunteers. As we introduced ourselves at the beginning of this video, I and 2 of the lovely guys on the Freshers Week Committee are 3 of the people in charge of running the bar. You can also volunteer to be a rota member, which means that once or twice a month, ordinarily, you get to bartend, you get to have control of the music while you do that, and it's a great way to meet people in college, especially once you like a nice quiet evening in the pub. Excitingly at the moment, we have nearly got an official college beer ready for distribution in college, so that should be arriving around the same time the freshers do, so we hope you enjoy. This is the TV room, also known as the sunroom. It's just behind the bar. The bar's the other side of this wall. It's card access through this door and that door. We have a TV with Sky, and we have a DVD Blu-ray player. You need to book with this little book here if you want to use it. We also sometimes bring in games consoles if we're going to have a games night of some sort. And we have a alcove/cupboard of board games back here, and a table in the corner if you want to play board games.
So I'm now right behind the hall. This is a croquet room where you can play croquet. You can borrow the equipment from the lodge and follow the small path. On the left side, you will arrive in the college garden. On the left side, there is a car park.
When you follow the route to the garden, you can find this beautiful little place. This is one of the 2 gardens in the college. The other one is the Bishop Garden, which is next to the college entrance. On my left-hand side, there are some allotments where you can grow your own vegetables. I'm here by the harbor. To my right-hand side, here's a bridge which leads all the way to the meadow. One good thing about Wolfson is it has large fields, so you can easily explore different routes which leads to different places. To the north of it, you can walk or punt all the way to Vicky Arms, which is a very popular pub near the college, so you can stop your punt there and have a drink with your friends. And to the south of it, if you punt or walk to the south, you can easily reach the University Park, where it's a good place to hang out or play frisbee with your friends as well. To my left-hand side is the harbor court, which connects B block and C block. When the weather is nice, you can take your meal out from the hall and enjoy the weather with your friends here.
One of the best things about Wolfson College is that we live right next to the Chilwell River, which means that we get access to punting outside in the river whenever we want during the sunny months of the year. In order for you to book a punt, first of all, you need to take an online course and then pay a certain fee, which depends on when in the year you get it. It is a really nice activity to do and a really, really good sport. It's also really nice to go around the Chilwell River.
Or if you don't feel like working out, it's really, really nice to just sit and enjoy the scenery.
Is this the only take we get? So behind me is the storeroom where you can get punting poles and the cushions for your punts. If you want to book a punt, you do it on Wolf Hub. You can find the link on the Wolfson website, and you pick up your keys from the Porter's Lodge. And then off to my left, we have Tree Quad. So we're now standing in Tree Quad. This is the third of our quads, and in my opinion, the prettiest. This is in the middle of C, E, F, G, H blocks of accommodation, and there are a few important things to point out here. On my right, we have the gym. You need to go through an induction to be able to use it because we have free weights, and you pay a small fee to be able to use the gym for the rest of your time here. We also have the buttery, which is at the top of this hill. That can be booked for events that you want to hold. Family Society uses it a lot, and also it's used for hall when the dining hall is otherwise being used for other events. Underneath the buttery, we have the laundry, which at the moment is free to use. Normally you have to pay a small fee to use any of the machines with change, but in the current situation, we don't want people handling coins. All of these places are card accessible. We also have the Tree Quad storage room up next to the buttery. Wolfson is a very family-friendly college, so we have the family block up here. Next to the buttery, there is the family room, and then we also have a nursery down here where people's children can be taken care of during the day.
So here we can see this is a tennis court of Wolfson College. You can book this tennis court from the Wolf Hub, and also you can get the equipment like tennis ball from the ball house. And here we have the playground for family. And on my right side, you can see a lot of barbecue equipment. You can also book from the Wolf Hub. Yeah. But please remember, once you finish the barbecue, you should clean the equipment and make sure everything is look like exactly same before you use that.
So here am I standing in between the Robin Gandy buildings. Robin Gandy is one of the college accommodations that is not in the main block. So at my back, you can see M block there, and further down CM block, which is Catherine Marriott building. And also on my right-hand side, further down there, is the squash court, which is also bookable through the Wolf Hub, and also the sports field, which is usually used for trainings for the American Football Society. And also further down on the left-hand side is the recycling place. Wolfson is a green college, so please always remember to put the right thing in the right bin.
Next to the main site, we also have accommodation that is outside of college. For example, we have the Annex building and the houses down in Charlington and houses in Linton Road, which hosts not only single accommodation, but also couples and families. Also on Linton Road, you can find the entrance to the Bishop's House Garden, which is a very nice, big garden that college owns that you can also use for leisure or for studying. Let's go in.
Despite appearances, this garden is much larger. It's made out of 3 smaller gardens, which you can enjoy in your own time until sunset. You don't need to book or anything. You can just come here and enjoy a picnic or read a book in silence, apart from when people are filming college tours. And just bring your friends, but remember to be socially distanced. Basically, this is our secret garden. Don't forget to come here because in my first year, I kind of did.
Thank you all for taking the tour with us. Hope you enjoyed the tour with us to different parts of the college, and we're much looking forward to welcoming you in person in the college. 3, 2, 1. No, I think as long as it's not too windy, it should be fine.
Lucho, who you'll see in a minute, we're free.
Everyone to Wolfson College.
Unless you are exempt from the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to do it again. That's why I'm standing behind. What is this?
Behind
Behind
I
the
don't
sign.
think you need to mention your position.
With I'm going down. I now feel like I want to be in the movies.
See Steve smile. See Steve smile. That's a tongue twister.
This is I lost
we also have a few elevators,
Lifts.
lifts as well. So we are. Sorry. Why am I? Right. So door, lift. I shouldn't touch my boob, should I?
Say so at any point.
Sorry. Right. Okay. As you might have heard, what's the second sentence?
Do you want to start?
Okay, wait, just 1 second.
Yeah.
The lodge is where you can get important products like sanitary towels, sanitary products, but
And I guess, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, are you still filming? I hate myself.
It's not going to be
Okay, okay, just don't look at me. Why did I make it so complicated? Year, however, this is not a definitive.
It's a very nice space to be in. I forgot if there was anything else.
I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm sorry.
Okay.
One last time. And we have, as you might have heard, or when a 2 meter distance, so will be expected to, first of all, you will, sorry for hogging the outtakes.
No, not everything. Sorry.
Cool. Okay. Is it still rolling?
yeah.
No. No. The population contain 2 meters, so to follow a few rules. Okay, and why did I stop? First of all, you will be expected to sing for. First of all, pause. Secondly, please wash and sanitize your hands as what? What's the word? As
Regularly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
At all times, wear masks. Must wear a mask. Why can I get the exempt
You know what we're
thing?
gonna do? We're just gonna have you in a still frame.
We have a
Add messages on top of it.
Yeah, I know.
Great.
Oh,
That's the windows.
you are pressing against the buttons that open the windows.
Also, what is going on with the carpets on the walls?
Now in the no,
You can do it.
or with your household. Also
Your household, not with.
in. Okay, and I stop at the stupid moment. So sorry.
So here am I standing in the Gandhi Court. Is it Gandhi Court?
It's not a quad, but just
And also the equipment is available through the where's that?
It's I don't know. So baby, don't mention that.
Jump time. So
It's a bit. Okay.
the car. Come on, the click. Come on.
I don't know who that is.
Have to wear a mask.
Lucho?
What?
Round the corner.
What's
He shouldn't even be looking at me.
I know, but I see stuff happening in the background.
You're just so captivating. You can't help it. It's like-
Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna do it.
And thirdly, maintain social distance. Lost it at the end. And thirdly, please maintain social distance. Shall I start again?
Yeah, sure.
I'm giggling about Bogdan. This is a problem. Welcome to Wolfson, where the wind never stops. But at the moment, the rules you must follow are: please maintain 2 meters. You have to wear a mask outdoors if you cannot maintain social distance from other people. That is how you do it, Bogdan.